Congratulations on
Thank you.
another Oscar nomination for
Thanks
Best
so much.
Song.
Thank you.
I loved Frozen 2. And I just wanted to know, because we watched a little snippet of Christoph and Anna's duet that got cut.
Yes.
It was so wonderful. And how do you say goodbye to songs like that?
You know, part of the thing that makes that process easier is saying, well, it'll be on the DVD. So this is
And thank goodness it is.
This is, the moment for that song to have its day. But you know what? Anything that makes the movie better, it ends up being fine emotionally. You know, you don't really have any huge regrets.
Now, speaking of making the movie better, we heard about how Kristen kind of discovered the lyrics to When I'm Older.
Yes.
While on the skating rink, which I thought was
Yeah.
great. Do you have any particularly memorable song discovery moments?
I can't beat that one. That was pretty cool, and I don't skate. I mean, I do, but I'm so terrified of falling that it's almost like Parkinsonian. I can't do it. I was in the office, and I was so happy when Kristen came back with that whole thing basically done, and I got to just sort of set it. That makes my job a lot easier when Kristen does all the hard work.
On the flip side, I believe that Show Yourself is maybe one of the longer gestation process for songs.
Yes.
So what was that like, finding that song? Because it's just an important part of Elsa's journey.
Well, it is Show Yourself is the destination. Show Yourself is the arrival, and there's a lot of plot that's wrapped up in it. And we didn't know exactly what the content of that ending was. We didn't know who that voice was that was calling her. And we did, a first pass that had a different energy at the beginning, it had a different middle, and it had a different ending. It wasn't the mother. It was sort of a version of Elsa. It was sort of like the spirit Elsa that she becomes, and the two of them kind of merged together, and it was very cool. But it was confusing, and it didn't have the emotional depth that it needed to have, and so it took a lot of going back and forth, a lot of moments where we thought maybe this isn't the song, maybe we need to throw it out and start again. But it was a journey, and I'm glad we went on it.
I'm glad that you guys did too. It's a wonderful song. Now, I love how much character work clearly went into finding songs for all the leads, the protagonists, but there's also some great new characters we meet this time around. Do you happen to have any songs in your heart that you could write in the future for smaller?
It all depends on the story. If we ever got another story and it needed to be told, then that story would be bursting with song. I do wish that we had another character to write for. We did get to write for Christoph, which was kind of a new thing, sort of.
And kind of for Sven.
And for Sven, and we got to write for Iduna, who was basically a new character for this one. So we got to scratch that itch. But and then the voice too. It was nice to have the voice to provide give Elsa something to shoot for that was a positive journey, because she's the main character of this one.
Now, speaking of bursting with song, Frozen is still doing incredibly well on Broadway, but is there any possibility of Frozen 2 on Broadway, and would you be part of that?
Not that I've heard, but I'd be kind of curious to hear these songs done live. We were on the Disney Fantasy, ironically, over Christmas break.
Oh, really?
And we do a little show when we ride on the cruises, and performed Show Yourself with some of the talent that was on the boat.
That's awesome.
And it was the most fun I've had. It was the best part of Christmas.
Wonderful. Now, finally, is there any special feature on the home release that you're most excited for fans to see?
Home was sort of our favorite song that got cut. It was a lot of fun. It's a very folksy kind of song. It's a ukulele. My daughter, Katie, has become really good at the ukulele, and I wanted to write something that she could maybe even learn. So it's 4 chords on the ukulele, and it felt like a great song. It didn't do what it needed to do. It made the movie too slow to start, so we had to write a different one there. But
hopefully we could all play it on the ukulele after the DVD.
I invite everyone to try. It's not too hard. I can do it.